All right, so I want to talk again real quick about this FaceCoin. I'm, they have a Slack channel. I joined the Slack channel when there was. These guys are probably in bed sleeping right now. The creators and owners or people running the FaceCoin deal. But as part of, I said I did my due diligence and stuff and looked into this. They don't have a social media profile themselves. They're creating this one. This is going to be their platform. So yeah, they don't exactly have a Twitter account or excuse me, not Twitter. They have a Twitter. They don't have any LinkedIn pages or whatever. Again, it's a team of like 5 or 6 guys. And I've been talking with someone for the last week plus that pretty much vouched for them. That's who I've been talking with. But I'm coming back out here because this is one of those things where I said, after thinking about it, I probably should have maybe give a little more disclaimers, of course, in my first video, but everybody's responsible for their own decisions, right? I will tell you something that I saw yesterday, which I waited to see what happened on their Slack channel, and someone was in there saying, "Hey, what happened? I bought, I put in this guy put in 11 ETH. Where are my coins? I don't see my coins. You said they're supposed to be distributed." And he was like, "Hey, what the hell? I want a refund. Is this some kind of scam? I think I'm going to call the feds." And he replies back about 2 hours, 3 hours later. Sorry about that. I got the coins. He didn't realize, which I've found out, reading this stuff on the Slack and elsewhere. In their smart contract that they created, which is technically, I think it's I saw 19 million. It's actually right here. 19,800,000 coins created. Which, this is a bad copy, but very bottom, this is tokens in 19 million, 19.8, and then out. So they started doing payouts yesterday. Again, this thing pretty much started yesterday, and not a whole lot of people have really known about it or heard about it. So there wasn't a whole lot of activity. Of course, J4 does a video, and all of a sudden they're being flooded. Which I say that because I just looked at not necessarily the payout of the token page, but the actual incoming ETH to them. When they designed the smart contract for this token, I guess they're doing the payouts, either all of it or something. I think they're doing the payouts completely manually, where they're verifying what came in and then manually paying out the appropriate amount because of the bonus structure or whatever. Now, technically speaking, that could have been written into the contract. I'm not sure what the reasoning was, why they wanted to do it manually. So, I don't know which one of us, myself included, you guys, if you sent 10 or more ETH, are we actually going to get the 200% bonus, or is it already sold out? Now, I saw some comments earlier today who was kind of tracking it and adding it up, and it looks like, definitely after I did my video, it was still available, but I'm not sure for how long. It may have been only an hour and a half or 2 hours. I'm not 100% sure. But they're not, the team that runs this isn't on Slack talking to anybody right now. And someone commented, yeah, they're probably sleeping. You know how they're most of these places are in the other part of the planet, which is probably true. Based off of this being, 7 hours ago, last payout, they're probably sleeping. So, not only that, they're probably going to wake up and say, "Oh my God, what the hell just happened? We have an enormous amount of ETH sent to us." They may even realize more ETH has been sent to us than we have tokens for, in which refunds will have to be put back. But, and again, I don't know if that'll happen automatically or if they'll just do it. I'm really not sure. So, anyways, yeah, it's a small team. I've been talking actually to a couple different people that, kind of vouch for these guys, but I asked some questions a little bit more about their background and some of that stuff, like the one guy I was telling you about that's got the Erlang language. That's like an instant messaging type of a platform that language is used heavily on, stuff like that. But, I mean, yeah, there's a part of me that's thinking, I'm coming out here doing these videos, and Cliff High did say, one of these days, you're going to see scam coins and fake coins and all that other stuff. And I'm thinking, I got this big old YouTube presence on this stuff. What happens one of these days when I come out and I'm getting into this? I'm in it exactly 11 ETH. My buddy Frank just put in 5. So technically he and I, you could say, are in 16, but his is separate, mine's separate. You know, so he's in 16 or so, or we are 5 and 11 for me. So yeah, you know, it kind of bothers me knowing that one of these days I may be coming out here telling everyone, hey, I just got into this one, and everyone else gets in it too, and it turns out to be a freaking scam or something. You know what I mean? But that's a lot of pressure, and I've actually never felt that before. I was gonna tell you, I've never felt that before. And, you know, and seeing how this thing's being done right now made me a little nervous in my stomach. Like, you know, I was just out here kind of promoting this, doing on the research that I've done. It is very new. They're you know, extremely new. Not that matters. I mean, they've got their website. Of course, they got their white paper and everything else. Yeah, a little funny, weird that they don't have a, you know, like a LinkedIn page or that kind of thing. They do have their Twitter account, but again, all this stuff was kind of created fairly recently. But then again, if I decided, hey, me and Cliff I were doing this such and such coin, we came up with a brilliant idea and we're gonna do this, well, I'd have to put up a new website, which would be today. I'd have to create a new Twitter account, potentially a new LinkedIn account, at least for the company anyways. And naturally it would say, hey, this was created a week ago. So, you know, I understand that. And I see some nervous people chatting in the Slack. Hey, what's happening, man? And I see one guy, Jay Snip, sent me over here. He hasn't steered me wrong yet. You know, I wouldn't be too concerned because people are like, is this a scam? Is this real? You know. But I saw someone's comment again from yesterday, and I already knew that in my first video I did today about this. I already saw the guy's comment. Hey, and this was from yesterday. Hey, this is, you know, I'm nervous. I want a refund. I don't like that. You know. All right, sorry guys, false alarm. I got it. It looks like they're doing it manually. I got it, and someone asked him, well, how long did it take? And I forgot if he said 2 or 3 hours. It was one or the other, or in between. He's like, I got them. I got them all. Everything's good. You know, so I'm like, okay, yeah. You know, if this was just a, you know, fly-by-night thing, no one would have been issued tokens, right? They would have taken your money and ran. And I've got, this was yesterday's. Again, this is probably when they first went live and then went to bed. So there's not a whole lot of outbound transactions, but I do see, you know, 360,000, 360,000, 396,000, another 363,000, 85,000, 76,000, 85,000, another one. So, I mean, there's definitely some ETH involved here that has been converted, of course, to the tokens and sent out to different addresses, which I've verified here. So, long story short, these tokens exist, they were created, and people have been issued them. But I've seen some comments, and, you know, people are like, well, but there's no secure, the website's not secure, there's no HTTPS. I'm like, well, you gotta understand something, that's okay. We're not logging into a website, we're not transferring, you know, information like credit card info that needed to be secured, you know, encrypted. It's just a view-only website. We're reading the front page, click here to join the ICO, here's the address, right? So, for that reason, there's nothing here to be concerned about. I'll tell you that much. But you know, again, you never know what skill level some of these people are who run these things, who have a great idea. But you know, if you told me today, Joe, create a token, I couldn't write the script right now. I'd have to go ask for help. How do I create the script? I'll probably have to hire someone to write the damn script for me. You know, the actual smart contract, that kind of thing. And then, you know what I mean? So nobody's going to be an expert on everything. I just want to come out again and say, yes, it's a brand new company. People, they don't really have an online presence. I've had a couple people that I trust. One very much so that it kind of vouched for these guys. So that's why helped me push me to say, you know what, I'm going in. And then once I went in, right out to the car early in the morning, like I do, time for a video, guys, I'm getting in on this, etc. If the day comes, you know, I'm thinking, please don't let this be the one, you know, as I'm talking about it in my freaking video. But should the day ever come, I get into one, you guys get into one, and it turns out that we got screwed over. All I can say is I'm screwed over with you, and I'm sorry at that point. Thus far, I've been able to keep you guys straight and you know, like a straight arrow to the point, no problems. The only problems, of course, some people getting hacked, going to the fake my Ether wallet sites, getting their accounts stolen, which you know, I heard someone tell me the other day. He says they think I lost 15,000. Another one came in email. I think I lost 15,000, man. I think I got screwed on one of these fake click sites, you know, where I put in my information. It looks like the real thing, but it wasn't. I'm like, oh God, it makes the pit of my stomach, you know. But after coming out in my car today to just tell everybody, hey, check this out, you know, this FaceCoin, it's a great idea. This social media platform that they want to create, like a Facebook. We need something out there. That's why I'm like, yeah, let's do this. But, you know, I went and ate lunch. Frank met David, actually. We were talking about it at lunch. Frank said, yep, I want to get in on it. So I said, okay. And David, I think, went home to do the same. But I'm thinking, you know, this, I kind of feel, you know, because I always wondered, how the hell are these stockbrokers and all these people, you know, they run out, you know, I guess they make a bad call, or the market, not even a bad call, the market crashes and then they go jump off a building and kill themselves. I'm thinking, why would you do that? It's not your fault. But I'm going to tell you, not that I even ever would consider that, but I do feel in my stomach the what if. What if one day I come out here, greatest intentions in the world like I always have, and I got it wrong because I was absolutely tricked. You were tricked. We were all tricked, and I was the one with my big old YouTube channel who said, you know. And could you imagine? Can you imagine what the haters and trolls would do when, if I was about to say when, if that day comes? All I will tell you is I've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a bunch of great calls, and then some that I didn't even get in on that were great. And this is just, again, it's the nature of the beast. It has to be understood and expected and respected that we're throwing ETH in directions that we don't even know where the hell it's going. And that goes for everything we've done. But again, I know they have a smart contract. It's there. There's 20 million, like they said. I see stuff coming out. At the very least, you're going to have tokens. What these guys do with this platform is up to them. But again, if they're going to get the kind of money they're getting pulled in to deal with this, not that then, and they're not, these were really, really inexpensive. Like, you get 10,000 of their tokens for 1 ETH, and that's not even with the 200% bonus or the 50% bonus, which was, if you did 5 ETH, you got a 50% bonus. That doesn't even include that. So literally, the 10,000 of these tokens can turn into 33,000 for 1 ETH if you put in 10 ETH worth, which again, it's like super lucrative. You know, but then the other side of me is like, well, if it's too good to be true, you know what they say, they're just trying to reel you in. But again, I'm like, well, that's a couple guys, especially this one dude I know, which is into big time into crypto stuff. You know, he's in it, he vouched, that kind of thing. I pulled the trigger, came out and did my video. So I just wanted to come out here, just to be clear, one of these days, we may all be getting screwed. And all I would love to say is, or be able to say is, guys, it's been 3 years now, we're done with the ICO stuff, everyone's making tons of money, and I'm so happy that I never steered you guys wrong, and maybe it's partly luck and fingers crossed that I didn't happen to, you know, we didn't get sucked in on a fake, you know, scam thing. So, again, great platform, great idea. These guys should take it and run. You don't need a big team to do what they're trying to do. Again, I didn't say this earlier, I used to have a website, some of you will remember, freespeak.net. It's gone now, and I don't even own the domain no more. I'll let it expire. And it was basically a Facebook type of a social media thing where you can sign up with any name you want. I'm not harvesting your data like Facebook and stuff does. And it became the biggest religious versus anti-religious bickering battleground you've ever seen. I'm thinking this is not even kind of what my freaking intention was for this site, for these people to get on here and just bash each other and hate and hate. Oh, and then people are, Joe, you know, I'm getting email alerts, hey, this was marked as like pornography spam. Okay, well, let me go check that because I don't want that on the site. No, it's not. It's just, you know, not naked, not even really half naked, just very, whatever, provocative picture of a woman or whatever. Doesn't show anything. And people, oh, that's you know, something like, now I have to do, I don't have time for that. I'm shutting this damn thing down. And that was it. It was the end of it. It's over, shutting it down. So point being, I'm one guy who rented a server, which I have a few servers online and data centers that I use, that was able to do this. This is a team of, at least currently anyways, 5 guys that should be able to pull this off. Could this turn into a scam? I mean, how? They're already releasing tokens. And the guy who was scared at first yesterday said, sorry, never mind. It's cool, I got mine, everything's cool. And then he's replying to other people himself. And again, I looked at the outbound transactions. Now, again, these guys are going to wake up. They're going to wake up and say, what in the hell just happened? Oh my God, we just sold out of everything. What happened? Someone tell me what just happened. Now we've got to manually issue the proper tokens to these people and or refund the rest of them because the damn thing sold out. And they could probably turn that off, I guess, but they're sleeping. So, you know, force the transactions to bounce back. Or maybe they're going to bounce back automatically. Again, I don't know. I know they're doing the issuing of coins manually. I do know that. So, anyways, you know, I'm coming out here now because it's the right time. Because I have that little pit, you know, my stomach thing where I'm like, you know, you've never really talked about the day where you might make a mistake. Not on purpose. And I've seen a few comments of concern in my own comment section on the first video about this. Very shady looking, very scammy looking. I'm like, well, it shouldn't be, but then again, it could be. I just want to be clear. If you lose, I lost. If I lost, you lost. Because I'm not going to tell you that I got into something and didn't. Hey, I want the 20% bonus. Can I get the 20% bonus? Right. This is a great thing. I love it. Let's just hope everything's going to be cool. I see no issue here right now. They're not on Slack. They're not responding. They're probably asleep. I've seen their comments responding tons of times already from yesterday. But it just got started yesterday. They didn't have very much, you know, almost nobody heard about the thing. So very few transactions happened to begin with. And I think I might have just been responsible for cleaning them out with my subscribers. Like cleaning out the rest of the coins. Which is kind of cool on one side, but scary on the other. Because what if we get scammed one day and I'm the guy who you guys listened to and did it? I'm going to feel kind of responsible just because I felt like, you know, I opened my mouth. Even though I'm not, you know, I mean, you're responsible. We're all big boys and girls. But it's just the caring part of me, you know, like I want to, you know, like the mother goose. That's, you know, I'm the father goose. Make sure my little gooselings are not being steered wrong, not going to the fake sites, don't waste your money over there, you know, trying my best to just hook everybody up with what I think is going to be a great, you know, token or ICO coin, crypto, so that we can all share stories in the future of, hey, Joe, man, yeah, I got my piece of property, or I got this, or I was wanting to buy that, and I finally been able to do it thanks to the, you know. And I'm thinking, man, in the next year or so, I'll be one lucky dog. All of us will, that do YouTube videos on this, will be lucky dogs if we don't steer someone into the wrong one. Again, not on purpose. It's like a minefield, right? I mean, there's going to be scam coins. We've already heard of some of the stuff. Cliff's been right on that. And I'm just hoping, like, man, Joe, or Universe, you know, Universe, make sure I don't, you know, look over Papa Snip 4 here and, make sure I don't lead my, you know, my people, my subscribers down the wrong path. I'm really trying to, I want everyone to be, you know, happy, and I want everybody to make money on this, and I want to just be, you know, happy ending, you know, it's a happy ending to the story. But I'm seeing some concerns in the comment section of my first video too, which made me go print this out and show you, look, they've already sent coins out and that kind of thing. So they're going to have their work cut out for them when they wake up. I'm going to tell you, while they may have waited 2 or 3 hours to get their coins, the amount of ETH that have come in today, I'm just going to say this now without even having to ask them, it might be a few days before you get your coins back, or get your tokens to you, and or the refund if they've sold out. Because if they have to do any of this manually, which someone said they did, there's going to be a lot of manual entries, so to speak, that need to be dealt with. I almost thought about, maybe I should just kill that video of mine. Shut it down. Because it looks like they may have already sold out. And any new subscribers hearing this the rest of the day, tomorrow, may jump in on it. Which means their ETH is going to be out there. It may end up coming back to them because they've sold out of the 20 million tokens. So I was actually considering maybe I should shut it down. But if I shut it down, then people are going to get scared. Oh my God, why did he take his video down? You see how hard this can be sometimes? So I'm going to leave the video up. I'm just going to add this one. Just an FYI. You know. We're all in this together, baby. That's it. That's all I'm trying to say. And just be patient with these guys. Most of these things are automatic. Theirs is manual. I can't tell you why they chose to do that or what the reasoning was. Maybe there's just a bonus structure. Again, I don't know. Even that should be able to put in there into the token contract. I don't see why not. They may even be able to write another smart contract to deal with this stuff, to be honest with you. And maybe they're working on something like that. I really don't know. I just know that their idea is great. We need something like what they're showing they're going to do. Let's hope they go forward and do it to the fullest extent. They should easily sell out of this ICO. It already appears that way. And let's all sit back saying, oh, there was only 20 million tokens issued and very few of us own them, and now we get to, you know, sell them at higher prices on the exchanges. And he said that the guy that was running this Black channel from them, their company, whatever, said they want to try to get right on. I think he said it was either Bitfinex or Bittrex. I don't think he said Bittrex. I think he said Bittrex. Or was it Bitfinex? It's in their Slack channel. Either way, so, you know, another thing, like, I'm thinking if this was a scam, they could have just simply put up, hey, 200% bonus, which is unheard of, but not another section that says, hey, if you refer people to us, you get 20% extra yourself. They wouldn't go through the trouble of adding that additional in there. You would have just had everybody at 200% anyways, and you would have got your money, right? So I do see some cause for concern. They don't have a LinkedIn page. This is kind of fishy. They just came up out of nowhere. I get it. But what if this thing turns into the next holy cow? Boy, oh boy, Joe, I know it was a little shady at first, but holy crap. Boy, did they take off and this happened. That's the news we want to hear, right? And I want to be the guy that said, thank goodness we didn't get scammed and crapped on whatever deal, this one in this particular case. And now we're sitting on some serious cha-ching, at least crypto cha-ching. You know what I mean? So, anyways, as I'm doing this video, there's a total eclipse of the heart happening right now. It just pretty much ended the climax of it, if you will. So, anyways, we'll see what happens here. I don't see an issue. It may be days before you get your tokens. That's all I'm going to tell you. Take care.